welcome to Folklore Unlocked. I'm Austin, and I'm joined by Ethan, like always.
Hello there, everyone.
And this week, we're covering Our Lady of Fatima. And before we start off, uh, we discussed this, and we thought it'd be smart to kind of get it out there for those who might not know. We are both Catholic, so this might be a bit more of a biased episode than previous episodes.
Just a tad bit, just a tad bit.
And a little backstory for the sighting. It's it used to be known as Our Lady of the Holy Rosary of Fatima before being shortened to just Our Lady of Fatima, and it was an apparition of the Blessed Virgin Mary seen by cousins Lucia Del Santo, age 10, Francisco Mara, aged 9, and his sister Jacinta Marto, aged 7. And I apologize if I mispronounce those names.
I mean,
I'm not
as far as I
not
know, they sounded
Portuguese.
good.
Yeah, I'm not Portuguese, and my Spanish speaking ability is very limited.
Okay, we ready to go on to the sightings then?
Yet,
Okay. So, some of the sightings of the Blessed Virgin Mary was that the cousins saw an angel starting in the spring of 1916 in, Valentos? And,
sounds good to me.
they first saw the Blessed Virgin Mary on May 13th, 1917, in Cova de Ira in Fatima, Portugal. And something I thought was interesting is they always were on the 13th of the month. Like, it was almost always. Like, there was, like, the later ones we'll see, but it was always on the 13th. So,
And the number 13 is a very superstitious number in many different cultures.
I just know about Friday the 13th, so that's the one I know about. Is there quite a few others?
Well, 13 can be either a unlucky or a lucky number, so that's why Friday the 13th what was is a thing.
Yeah.
It's because both Friday and the number 13 always had some kind of superstition to it.
Hmm. Okay, so the first appearance of Mary, they reported Mary as a lady more brilliant than the sun, and a prophecy was given that in which a prayer would end the Great War or World War I. Mary also said that she would reveal her identity and perform a miracle on October 13th, 1917. Kind of like I said, the 13th of each month, something happened, and so that all may believe. Lucia wanted to keep the visions a secret, but Jacinta told her family. And Jacinta's mother told the neighbors as a joke since she didn't believe in any of this. And by May 14th, the whole town knew of the visions. So everyone knew. And the children said that Mary told them to return to Cova de Ira on June 13th. And the June 13th sighting, again, 13, Lucinia's mother went to the parish priest, Father Ferreira? I don't know. Oh my gosh. But anyways, the father said that the children should be allowed to go back and bring Lucia back so that she could be questioned. Uh, the cousins saw Mary on the 13th, which also happened to be the feast day of St. Anthony, which is the patron saint of the local church. So Lucia said that Francisco and Jacinta would be taken to heaven soon, but she would live to deliver her message. Oh my. and also given a vision of hell entrusted to them with a secret described as good for some and bad for others. That's seeing hell as a child. I don't think that would be such a great thing. No.
That would be scarring, I think, for anybody.
Yeah, and I mean, like, I was reading through the secret before we started, and like they saw demons and fire and like souls and everything like that, and it's like that would be terrifying. Oh,
And just think, they were 7, 9, and 10 years old.
yeah.
So it's not like they were teenagers at the time. They were still in like fifth grade or below
Mm-hmm.
at the time. So
That and being told that you're going to die soon by like that that would not be that'd be terrifying. That'd be terrifying.
really terrifying.
But at the bright side, they are going to be taken to heaven and not to anywhere else. That's a good thing to think of. Yeah.
Yeah.
So October 13th, 1917, Mary identified herself and performed the miracle of the sun. And witnesses claimed, which not everyone saw this, but some people did, they saw the sun dance or like zigzag in the sky. And it came also toward the earth and just like moved around the sky. And it also emitted multicolored lights and radiant colors that lasted for 10 minutes. And like I said, some believers didn't even see anything unusual with it.
And during the events, the cousins saw a panorama of Jesus and more sightings of Mary, like the Our Lady of Sorrows and Our Lady of Mount Carmel, and Saint Joseph, who we talked about a bit in the mysterious staircase episode. If you haven't listened to that, go back and listen to it. Completing the Holy Family, and like the prophecy said, Francisco passed away on April 4th, 1919, and Jacinta passed away on February 20th, 1920, both of the Spanish flu, completing that part of the prophecy that both of them would pass away soon. About 2, 3 years for a kid would be soon. And both Francisco and Jacinta were beatified by Pope John Paul II on May 13th, 2000, and canonized by Pope Francis on May 13th, 2017, which was the 100th anniversary of the first sighting of Mary. And Lucia passed away at the age of 97 on February 13th, 2005, in which her body was sealed off by order of the Congregation for the Doctrine of Faith as part of examination for her canonization due to the revelations she had even after the events at Fatima. And while she's still awaiting sainthood, she was declared venerable by Pope Francis. And so some additional church leaders tied into this was the Bishop of Lyria, Fatima, declared the visions to be, quote, worthy of belief in October 1930. And Pope Pius VII was ordained as Cardinal Eugenio Pacilli on May 13th, 1917, which was again the first thing Mary. and became Pope in 1939. And part of the revelation was that Mary said that Russia should be concentrated as well as the peoples of earth, and Pope Pius VII concentrated both on October 31st, 1940, and he was known as the Pope of Fatima as he was tied so close with all the events. And the secrets, like Ethan said, was the vision of hell, the end of World War One, and the beginning of World War Two, and a third vision showing the Pope, bishops, other church leaders, and lay people, or us everyday people, dead.
But yeah, the third vision, I thought it was kind of interesting. The third vision, they made her write that down in a letter, and like it's like, oh, we won't open it, but we need to make sure that it gets written down, and it needs to be said, kind of thing. And I think she also had to like ask Mary and everything to like, is it all right if I write this down, because she wasn't supposed to say anything about it. And I think 1960, I think it was finally, I think she said that either by 1960 or by her death, it should be opened and read, whichever came first. So,
And obviously, 1960 came first. So,
yeah. But I think I think, was it 2000 or something like it? It got read or something like that. It was somewhere more recent that it got like read to the public or whatever. I think I remember hearing that.
yeah, and for a little additional personal experience time.
Ooh, fun.
So, this happened to me about 2015, 2016. I just so happened to have a dream or a vision, whatever you want to call it, that I was out in front of the church me and Ethan go to, which has a Blessed Virgin Mary statue in the out in the front, and in the dream, it was just me, and I just like walking to church just like I normally would at the time, except that I stopped in front of this Mary statue, which normally I didn't do. Well, the statue got up off the pedestal, put her left arm around my shoulders, and pointed north. And that's about all I can remember from it.
The statue got up and touched you?
Yeah,
Okay. Okay. That that would definitely be a dream that would kind of be interesting. I'll admit that. What is
and
north
since
of the church?
nothing really.
Nothing that okay. I didn't know if you knew of anything that was north that like, oh, maybe that's what it was pointing to or anything. Okay.
I mean, technically, me and you both live north of the church, but
Okay. Maybe it's pointing at your house.
well, the thing is, the church is a little bit southeast of my house, and it was pointing directly north, not like north towards my house. It was just north,
Huh.
like about as direct north as you can get.
Okay, so she wasn't saying like I know where you live, you need to be good, right?
Yeah, it was like almost a motherly feeling.
Oh. Well, that's kind of
If
nice, at
that
least.
if 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 that makes sense.
No, I get what you mean. I get what you're meaning. I don't know if a statue touched me, even if it was the Mary statue, it would be terrifying. It would be very terrifying.
Well, I did wake up like kind of like that's supposed to be a statue, and it came alive.
I say I watch Doctor Who, and if statues start moving, you run. Oh,
So my thoughts is that I believe the three cousins did see the Blessed Virgin Mary, since many of the visions they saw did come true, like the end of World War One, start of World War Two, Jacinta and and God, I already forgot. Francisco both passed away, both relatively soon after their visions, and my own personal experience. So there's my thoughts.
yeah. Thanks for coming forward with your story, Austin.
No problem.
Mm. My thoughts kind of align with his, and like we said in the beginning, we might be a slight bit biased because we are religious, but I think it's to be believed, and especially the church doesn't just like give sainthood to anyone. They have to go through a lot of questioning, a lot of research and information gathering, stuff like that before anything is approved. So, like them approving like her and also canonizing Francisco and Jacinta and Lucia, Lucia, right? Is that her name?
Yeah.
Okay, her possibly being sainthood in the future. I feel like that's enough to kind of give like it believe to believe it. So
Yeah, and like we said, Francisco and Jacinta were canonized to become saints 100 years after the events, and almost 100 years after their passing. And it's been over 18 years now since Lucia passed away, and she's still not a saint.
mm. Which I mean, she's died more recently, so I don't know how. I don't know the questioning and stuff like that. I don't know what they have to do to canonize someone. I don't know off the top of my head, so it might take a little longer.
Well, plus apparently she had more visions after the events of Fatima,
Yeah.
so that could take a bit longer to be proven true or false.
Mm-hmm. So, do you think the last secret has came true yet? I know I saw some people say that was it John Paul II that was they tried to assassinate or something. Is that?
Oh,
I think
I know, no, I know that there's been different attempts on different popes before, but
But yeah, I was reading up online about this, and they said that like they thought that I think it's John Paul II that like his assassination attempt was supposed to be what the third secret was or whatever, like kind of like to warn about it. But then there was a lot of people saying that oh, possibly the third secret hasn't came true yet, like the prophecy hasn't been fulfilled yet because it showed a lot of dead people, and even the Pope didn't die then. So, do you think the third secret's still to come? Do you think it's not going to happen, or do you think it's already happened?
well, I think it's yet to come, and hopefully it's not in our lifetime.
That's agreed. That's definitely agreed. I agree with you that it's possibly yet to come. So,
And if it is yet to come, like I said, hopefully not in our lifetime.
hmm
Well, I think that's all we've got for this week. You've got any final words?
no, just thanks for watching, everyone.
Well, like Ethan said, thanks for watching. If you're on YouTube, thanks for listening on Spotify. Like and subscribe, possibly leave a comment, and we'll see you later.
Yep. Bye, everyone.